name is Anshu. In this tutorial, I will show you how to interface invoices from accounts payable to fixed assets. There are 4 steps in this integration. First, you will need to create and receive an assets PO, making sure that the accrue and receipt is checked and the PO charge account is an asset account. The next step is to create an invoice in accounts payable and then run create mass additions process, and finally check the invoice interface to fixed assets. Let's begin by creating the invoice. Select payables from the navigator and invoices to create an invoice. Here you search for the PO created in step 1 of our flow. Complete the required fields like the invoice number, the amount, and description. Next, you will match the invoice line to the PO. The line shows the PO number, the invoice number, and the quantity of 44. In this example, we will be invoicing only 2 laptops. Here we can also add an item line for freight. And allocate the same to the item line. Now, let's check distributions for the item to confirm track as asset is enabled and the book is defaulted. Based on the PO charge account, the track asset is automatically enabled. Note, assets will only validate distributions to pick the invoice for processing. From actions, let's calculate tax, validate the invoice, and finally post to GL. Okay. The invoice is now ready to be interfaced to assets. We can move on to the step 3 in the flow to run create mass addition process. Enter the date you want the invoice to be processed for and the asset book. Alright, let's submit. Now you'll navigate to the schedule processes to check the create mass additions report to confirm the line has gone to the assets. Here, great. We can see our confirmation here. So, for the last step in the flow, let's jump over to the asset side to validate there as well. You can navigate to fixed assets, assets. Here we see our invoice number. Let's open this invoice. You see the 2 units from the quantity from the purchase order, the cost of the item, the freight, and the taxes. In the source line below, you see the invoice number, the PO number, and the charge account. Note, for the invoice to be interfaced to assets in the assets, the PO charge account needs to be set as a clearing account for the assets categories in manage asset categories tasks like we see here. Now this invoice is ready to be prepared and posted to create assets and fix assets. Thank you for watching.